Hello from a very damp and dreary afternoon in Singapore, where I've just finished spending a week with a group of leaders representing 9 countries across Asia. And as I was reflecting upon their leadership experience and their own development as a team, I recognized that they each had something in common, and that was that each of them had lived and worked in a country other than their own home country. And I was reflecting upon what a rich experience that is for us, both as individuals and as leaders, and also from my own experience, what that's been like. So I thought as we continue the conversation around strengthening our ability to demonstrate courage, this would be a good topic. It takes a lot of courage for someone to pick up their life and move to live in another country and give up their comforts, their understanding of cultural norms, all of the things that they enjoy from their home country, and to put themselves in an experience where they may or may not know anyone, they may have a culture that's very different from their own. A lot of the things that we take for granted in our home country may not be available. And having to experience life from a very different lens, but also at the same time trying to fit in to the local culture. I think for most leaders nowadays, many of us travel around the world and work internationally, which is great. Or at a minimum, most of us have the opportunity to at least interact with people of different cultures, whether that be through remote calls, video conferences, maybe even traveling, etc. Or we could have people of different cultures living and working in our same location. And that's great because it gives us a different perspective, both as individuals and as leaders, about how other people view the world, how people view work and their approach to work, etc. All of that is a rich experience, being able to see the world, see work, to see life from a different perspective. But then to take it one step further, living and working in another country is a far richer experience as well, because you have to adjust so much more of yourself to actually live in an environment and feel like you are fitting in and belonging in that environment when you have to adapt and get used to it. And even when those countries seem quite similar, like in my case, the US and the UK, some of those cultural differences can be quite challenging, and I won't take the time on this video to talk about some of the faux pas I certainly made, and there are plenty. But regardless of how similar or different the country is, it's still quite a developmental experience. It's very rich in helping us understand another perspective, but also in a way helping us understand more about ourselves and learning how we interact with people of different cultures, or how we face challenges, or how we might need to go about developing ourselves. So with that, I will invite you today to think about how you might take a more international view, or develop yourself to have broader cultural lens, whether that be through an international assignment or exposure through travel, etc. And I'd love to show you a view of Singapore. Despite the gray clouds and raindrops, it's been a beautiful week here. And I hope it is wherever you are as well. All the best.